Kevin Franke back at the Capitol today, pushing lawmakers to revamp the state's child welfare system. Coming up, we'll break down the changes he's advocating for, as well as where his own children's case stands.
Garna Mejia live tonight. Garna, thank you. Kevin Franke went before lawmakers today asking for an investigation of the state's child welfare system. News specialist Shelby Lofton spoke with him just outside the legislative committee meeting. And Shelby, he says Utah's system failed his children and Gavin Peterson.
Kevin Franke told me he came here today as a concerned citizen who was very familiar with child abuse reporting caseworkers and the judicial process. And he says he's advocating for change while acknowledging that some people question how credible he is. Franke's two youngest children were brutally tortured last summer by his estranged wife, Ruby, and then licensed mental health counselor, Jody Hildebrandt. In his meeting to the Child Welfare Legislative Oversight Panel, Franke said it makes him tremble to think his children could have died, like 12-year-old Gavin Peterson. He believes the Division of Child and Family Services caseworkers assigned to his case genuinely care, but said it's clear they're overworked and underpaid. Franke was critical of the closed-door conversations this panel had with DCFS. He said these agencies are hiding behind privacy laws, saying it protects children, but he argues it protects the adults in those roles. He wants an independent investigation of the division and new laws in place. Franke says he'll continue to push for these changes, but says he doesn't claim he's guiltless in his family's situation.
They're certainly justified and entitled to think whatever they want. All of the details regarding what happened with my family and in my experience aren't out. And the narrative that is quite popular in the media and on social media today has many inaccuracies. And when the time is right and when I'm ready to speak, I will, and my adult children will tell what really happened. But the bottom line is many of us were deceived and betrayed. And that led to the disaster and the tragedy that impacted my children.
Franke says if reporting from the people who knew his children best, like teachers, neighbors, and church leaders, had more weight when it comes to reporting abuse, it would have made a difference for his family's case. And as for the juvenile court case involving his own children, Kevin Franke told us that is ongoing. He says that he will speak and his adult children will speak on that when the time is right. For Live at 5, I'm Shelby Lofton.
Shelby, thank you. Today's Salt Lake County District. All right, good stuff, Thanks. Matt. Thank you. Northern Lights, or the Aurora Borealis, isn't something we often see here in the state of Utah, right? But the past few nights, the rare light show has been popping all across our skies.
And we've got another chance happening tonight. News specialist Brian Carlson is out live with when and where we could see him. Is there still a chance, Brian?
There's still a chance there, Deanie and Mike. The key word, though, is could. There's no guarantees here. But since Sunday night, people have been getting out of the city and spotting the northern lights over Utah. Now, if you missed them and you want to see them tonight and maybe tomorrow is your chance to do it.
The images, stunning. This week, KSL viewers from Willard Bay to Monticello are seeing the northern lights and sending us the photos. Check out this time-lapse from KSL videographer Greg Anderson, Monday in Huntsville. The star trails show the rotation of the Earth as the Aurora Borealis lights up the Weber County sky. If you want to see it tonight, a Utah astronomy enthusiast says your best bet is get out of town.
Somewhere away from artificial light pollution and where you're not looking over a major city.
Patrick Wiggins runs the Harmons Observatory in Stansbury Park for the Salt Lake Astronomical Society. He says normally we only get so-so glimpses of the northern lights in Utah twice a year. So cloud permitting, if they're back tonight, it's a rare treat.
I can't guarantee that you will see it, but if you don't try, I'll guarantee you won't see it.
Utahns we talked to are anxious to see them.
I'd definitely like to check it out. That'd be awesome.
Actually, I've thought about having to go up to Alaska to see them, and the fact that we could see them here is amazing.
Now that I can see them from basically my porch, I'm like, I want to go out and see them.
If you're one of them, Wiggins says the best thing you can do is find that dark spot, be patient, and stay alert.
Because that one that happened 2 nights ago, basically it only was there for 15, 20 minutes, and then it was gone. So you see how small that window could be. So there's no specific timetable as to when the northern lights will be visible tonight. The best tool in your disposal is go to the Space Weather Live website. There you have a map of the Earth and the timetable and where the aurora borealis would be visible. Of course, we have a link to that. You go to KSL-TV.com. We'll put a link to that on our story. Live here in Salt Lake City, Brian Carlson, KSL5 News. Back to you. We're crossing our fingers, Mike and Dini.
Oh, yeah. So cool. All right, Brian, great stuff. I love it. All right, and if you grab some nice shots, hey, send them our way.